どうも、やまちゃんです。ビヨンドブルー、今回はこちらのゲームを遊んできます。タイトルの通り、ダイビングシミュレーターゲーム。で、夏ってことでね、ちょっと、海じゃないですか、夏は。だから、やってみよう。シミュレーターゲームそんなにね、やったことないんだけど、結構クリアまで時間も短めで、なんかまったりできていいかなってことで。海とかね、好きなんで。そんな魚は詳しくないけどね。ちょっと音だけ確認。あ、大丈夫っすね。じゃあ、新規保存でやってきますか。あ、心地よい水の音。素晴らしい。ブループラネット。
I'm generally not a woo-woo kind of person. If I don't get something, I want to unpack it, get the facts. But the ocean, it's a part of me. You could say it runs in my blood. My grandmother was a freediver, an ama.
Ama だった。
She helped me feel its rhythm and understand how one breath could last a lifetime. We dove so often, the memories all run together.
Wow, クジラすげえな。
Except one. When I wished I could stay down forever.
これクジラの鳴き声。つぶらな瞳。なんだっけ、超音波で喋るんだっけ。
The ocean cast its spell on me that day. And its mystery still consumes me.
そういう始まり方か。今喋ってたのは多分主人公の方かな。未来。映画みたいだ。
Day 1, submerged atoll,
Day
Western
1
Pacific. It's great to be diving again.
1日目、水中サンゴ、西太平洋再び潜水できるのは素敵なことだ。例のマッコウクジラの群れを探し、妊娠中のマクジラに会いたい。アンドルが用意してくれた新しい機器を試すのも楽しみ。この海域は数年前まであまりいい状態じゃなかった。私たちの初ライブ配信は、高視聴率を上げると、オーシャン X を期待している。でも緊張はしていない。潜水準備完了。ということです。
I'm in and okay.
いやー、綺麗だね。
Nice.
で
A
け
bit
え。
itchy, but I've had worse.
泳ぐ。
Breathing easy. This rebreather is amazing. Feels like I'm free
ち
diving.
ょっと待って。
Give me a few minutes.
めちゃくちゃいい感じじゃん、これ。
I'm still getting used to this AR visor.
普通に面白そう。いやー、綺麗だな。スキャナーのチュートリアル、ウェイポイントまで泳ぐ。癒されるんだけど、これ。たまらんね。めっちゃ綺麗。スキャナーを開く。ターゲットをスキャン。台湾マキエイ、ちょっと見逃した。
Done. How many scans before the AI is trained on a creature?
It will vary. There are many factors that affect the confidence level of a match.
So you don't know. Got it. Now point me to the buoy so I can try the
buoy の場所を教えて。
I want to make sure all the tech is working before we stream.
早く泳ぐ。ああ、そういうことね。
Karina, how you feeling?
これなんだろう。
It's still early.
You gonna be okay?
コバンザメ。コバンザメってなんか小さくなかったっけ？なんかくっつくんだよね、これで。なんだろう、大型のさ、魚の下に。なんかそうやって聞いたな、これ。
With the live stream?
I may let you do most of the talking.
Once you reach the buoy, you can triangulate the sound of any animal.
Clever.
デバススズメダイ。うん。ちょっと説明が英語で書いてあるのがね、あれだけど。海洋参考資料。うわ、すげえ。あ、これ多分映像流れるわ。こんだけある。いいな、このネイチャー的な感じ。開発とかどこなんだろうね。ダイバーの服も買える。マップこんなにあんの？ちょっとすべての魚見てみたいね。ちょっと待って、効果音うるさいかな。効果音チョイス下げるか。これぐらいで保存します。OK ですね。いろんな魚をチェックしてみてくよ。鳥からなんとか。こいつはなんだ？あー、さっきから見てるやつだね。綺麗だな。なんだろう、海の中ってこんなカラフルな魚なんで多いんだろうな。レモンブダイ。食べれそうだ、ブダイ。わー、海の底とか怖いけど、なんか、見たくなる。やべえ、ずっとフラフラ泳いじゃうんだけど。おもろいな。これは何？モンガラカワハギ。見てみよう。あー、なんかよく見るかも。水族館とか、どっかで。イルカ。バンドイルカ。バンドエイジ。ハンドウィルカね。あー、かわいい顔してるな。人間に懐くタイプ？イルカは。一緒だ。イルカってなんか遊びたいから近寄ってくるって言うよね。めちゃめちゃにわかのね、僕なんだけど。赤松かさ。目ん玉でかっ。血みたい。体が。これってなんだろう？多分上に上がるやつか。カメラかな。うん、見たね。よし。じゃあ、ウェイポイントの方に行きますか。とりあえず泳いでこう。わあ、綺麗だな。あれ？こいつもチェックしてみよう。ゴマモンガラ。全然わからん。変わった魚だ。何種類いるんだろうね、魚って。ダイバーウォッチ、そこから部位を制御できる。生物の位置を特定できそうだ。 あ、なんか聞こえるぞ。ザトウクジラの声が聞こえる。うん。あ、いおりさんこんばんは、お久しぶり。元気してる？ちょっと今日はね、ダイビングシミュレーター、海の中を探索していくよ。マッコウクジラ。結構癒しゲーなんで。で、出てくる魚が本物の魚なんで、ちょっと勉強にもなるかもね。反動ビルか。
Mariah, if you're okay, I'm going to start the live stream.
Let's roll. Welcome to the Ocean X live stream. I'm Dr. Mirai Soto, and I'll be your eyes and ears on this expedition. I'm joined today by two colleagues.
Hello, I'm Andre.
Hello, everyone. I'm Irina.
マップを表示。色。あ、さっきのマークした魚の場所がわかるってことね。うん。そういうことか。ちょっと待って、ツイッターにあげよう。ツイッターじゃない、X にあげよう、X。いおりさんありがとうね、登録しとってくれて。ちょっとね、みんなが楽しめるゲームをなんかやってくわ。ゲーム実況もね、なんか、いろいろ考えてるで、やれそうなやつ。ザトウクジラに行きますか。うわここ。吸い込まれそうだ、これ。怖いね、これ。こんだけ暗いと。
That looks to be a sperm whale. I think I saw this bull from the sub.
マッコウクジラをスキャンする。
Once we have a reliable ID on him, I'll see if anyone has tracked him before.
Nice.
ナイス。ちゃんとストーリーもあるらしいよ、このゲーム。クジラの口に入る。マッコウクジラ。12メートルから20メートル体長。でけえ。このピキピキピキって言ってるのがマッコウクジラの鳴き声らしい。普段はアクションゲームが多めなんだけど、たまにはシミュレーションゲーム。なにこれ。ロイヤルエンゼルフィッシュ。これよく見るね。水族館でよく泳いでるやつだ。こんだけ見つけたってことね。すげえ魚。トリカラーパロットフィッシュ。オオジロザメとかおるの？オオジロザメおったらめっちゃ怖いよね。レモンブダイ。オオシャコガイか。よくあるやつだな。いたいた。ザトウクジラ。でかいな、これ。
Looks like we've got our first singer.
Fantastic. Hopefully on your next dive you can record his song to compare with other humpbacks in the area.
Fun fact, in addition to being an engineering whiz, Andre is quite the musician. Are you still writing music?
Not for years.
Dry spell?
More like raising teenagers.
ザトウクジラもう一頭スキャンしてみよう。でけえ。 こんなでかいのがゆったりとね、泳いでんだね。肉食じゃなくてよかったなって思うわ。クジラが。恐ろしいもんな、普通に考えて。これは使えないの？あ、じゃあ、あとは、あれ、行こうか。多分イルカだね。なんか鳴き声かわいいけど。海の底深え。こういう海のゲームさ、以前ノーマンズスカイっていうゲームやってたんだけど、まああれはね、地球じゃないからね。
Can your AI parse through all those sounds?
Not using this scanner, but I do have a new drone design that should be better at isolating the source of the sounds.
Don't get too jealous, folks, just because I'm swimming with dolphins. My grandmother always warned me that although they're cute, they can also be pranksters. And today, also very noisy.
金目鯛よくスーパーで見るかも。イルカをスキャン、あと2匹。あ、これあれじゃない？ジンベエザメだな。そうだな。やっぱ下にくっついてる。ジンベエザメ、あれ、沖縄のさ、水族館で見たことある。めちゃくちゃでかいよね、あそこ。ハンドウィルカ。あと1匹、スキャンしていこう。いや、ほんとまったりだ。
Done. And maybe next time I can weigh in before on the number that we need to scan.
As I mentioned, the confidence model is complex. You just want to find the whales.
Guilty.
Hey, Mirai, I'm seeing alerts on the south buoy if you want to pull them down.
Okay. Let's see what mysteries this buoy unlocks.
南のブイが警告を出している。見てみよう。なんかちゃんとね、ストーリーもあるらしいよ、このゲーム。台湾糸巻きエイ。こいつ毒あるタイプだよね。これ、尻尾の先。でも海ってさ、こんだけ広いからさ、場所によって泳いでる魚全然違うじゃん。神秘的だよね。オニカマス。細長い魚。キュー。センサーアラーム。センサータグなんかある？うん、幼いイルカ。泣いてる。マッコウクジラの家族。
What does that sound? Did I break something?
I've deployed acoustic modems to transmit from other sensors.
For those of you who have no idea what he's talking about, he means we use sound to transmit data, so we can have Wi-Fi in the ocean.
Impressive. What kind of bandwidth do we get?
Like 1990s dial-up. Fun alert, Looks like some young dolphins are having a play date.
幼いイルカを遊びに誘う。
Ooh, company.
Unbelievable.
Hey,
That
what-
sounds too close to be outside the reset zone.
One of the waypoints went down. Do you think that's related?
Yeah, probably.
ああ、木の枝で遊びに
Hey
誘うん
guys,
だ
can。I take a turn?
えい。いいな。
Well, you don't see that every day. At least I don't.
Frankly, neither do I.
いやー、人懐っこくていいな。犬みたいだよね、こんな人懐っこいの。44メーターのあの機械見に行ってみよう。ちょっとね、ライブやろうか迷ったんだけどね、このゲーム。
Red light must mean a serious alert.
Yeah, dead battery.
バッテリー切れか。
Whoa, octopus. I think it went in that cave. I'd like to go in that cave. Let's be real. There's no way I'm not squeezing through here to follow that octopus.
We'll definitely want to practice diver rescue at some point.
Well, maybe.
Mirai, please be careful.
ウツボとかおるんじゃない？怖いよね、普通に考えてこんな狭いとこ。あ、いたいたいた。
Hey there.
うまそうな
Sorry
タ
to
コ。
spoil your hiding place.
これダイバーのさ、顔とかに巻きついて酸素ボンベ取ったりするから、このタコ。それで死者が出ることが何回もあるらしいよ。なんかサメいる。シャーク。サメかっこいいけど、怖いよな。なんだこれ。レムリブか。サメじゃないの？眠り部か。なんか群れで泳いでるっぽい。金目鯛めちゃくちゃ泳いでる。あとは似たような魚ばっか。でけえ、ほんと。ジンベエザメでけえ。あの機械見に行ってみようか。スズメダイ。緑色のスズメダイ。あ、なんか穴があった。下へ泳ぐ。
The biochemical emittance triggered this whole area.
Because of me. Not because of me, but because I configured the sensors to detect stress in the coral population.
Okay, let's find out what's causing that stress.
Mirai, please collect biosamples from any of the distressed corals.
Happy to oblige.
For those watching, these sensors help us understand what leads to resiliency in coral so we can help breed it into other species.
苦しむサンゴの生態サンプルを取る。ん、カワハギか。他にもどこかにいるのか、サンゴが。ここじゃないよね。ここじゃないな。あったあった。これで3分の2。
Done.
Mirai, sperm whales. And they must be your pod because I have a tag signal that is definitely ours. Pushing the waypoint.
On my way.
マッコウクジラの群れに行く。
I'm hoping to reconnect with the sperm whale family, whom I have been tracking for years.
ちょっとタイム。
I'm excited to check in on our mother-to-be.
妊娠中のマッコウクジラに会った。よし。オニカマス。サンマとかいないんだ。いやー、この海の底怖えな。やっぱ海の底怖くない？これ。地球上で一番怖いものってなんか、海の底とか、まあ肉食動物とかもそうだけど。あとあれか、心霊スポット的な。まあ海ってさ、てか水中の中酸素ないからもうその時点で無理だよな。マッコウクジラ。
Right. Let me finish scanning them all. I still don't see our pregnant mother. Done.
Good. Everything all right?
I am now. Look.
なんか傷があるよね、
Our
ク
mommy
ジラ。
whale has delivered. Everyone say hi to her
1
beautiful
トンの女の子
one-ton
の
baby
赤ちゃん。
girl.
Is she okay? Right.
Shh.
ミルク吸ってんの？
I just wish all of you could be here for 1 second. Amazing. That is the end of our stream. Like, share, comment. Remember, we
いいね、
need
共有、コメ
all
ン
of
トよろ
us
し
down
く。
here.
皆さん、いいねよろしく。高評価。母親を愛し、良き隣人となり、祖母から学べ、これらはすべてマッコウクジラの研究から学んだことです。チェーンゲロ博士。ドミニカマッコウクジラプロジェクト。あ、潜水艇ついたぞ。参考動画を見る。これ主人公。ストーリーミッションをクリアすると、各地域に戻って自由に探索できるようになります。はいはいはい。マッコウクジラを育てる。家族文化を探りましょう。ちょっと見てみる。
My name is Shane Garrow, and I'm the founder of the
すげえ、
Dominica
実写映
Sperm
像。
Whale Project. I've been following the lives of sperm whale
すげえ。
families in the Caribbean Sea based off the beautiful nature island of Dominica.
よいしょ。
I've had the sort of greatest honor to spend thousands of hours in the company of the sperm whale families. And over the last 15 years, we've come to know 30 different families. We know about 10 of those personally.
よいしょ。
My research focuses mostly on the connection between these families' lives and what they say to each other, and how they succeed in the ocean by living in these small families. They live these rich and complex lives in part of the ocean that we find difficult to even explore.
絶対大変だと
Sperm
思う
whale
もん、探すの
society
も。
is matrilineal,
こんな広大
meaning
な
it's
海で
grandmothers and daughters that will live together for life.
生涯を共に
The
す
young
る。
males live in the family until they're about teenagers, and then they go on this sort of open ocean wander for about 15 to 20 years before they are breeding age. But females will stay together for life. They communally raise and defend their
うわ、皮膚
babies,
すげ
and
え。
they live in this sort of community of neighboring families, just like we do. Behavior is what you do, but culture is how you've learned to do it. In the same way that we're all humans, but some of us eat with chopsticks and some of us eat with a fork. We're all still eating, but how we've learned to eat is importantly different. The secret for how these animals are surviving are these
岩に見えるんや
traditional
けど、遠くから見る
behaviors. And that's why every calf counts. Every female calf is critically important. And each one of those that we lose so much potential. I think one thing that my research has shown is that our lives are really similar. The values that we have in our families, love your mom, be a good neighbor, learn from your grandmother's experience. And ultimately, life is about the quality of the relationships that you build with those around you, whether you're a whale or not.
確かに。
The secrets that my grandmother learned are helping me to survive now. Ensuring that these grandmothers survive to be grandmothers to share their stories, and ensuring that these babies live long enough to learn them is what's going to enable these animals to be around for a long time.
なんかめっちゃ魚ついてるぞ、体に。と、まあね、ナショナルジオグラフィックエクスプローラー。実際の映像とともにこうやって見ることができるゲーム。やばいよね、これ。こういう、今までさ、やっぱアクションゲームとか多めにやってきたんだけど、なんか、年重ねてくとともに、こういうのも面白いなってなってきたんだよ。潜水艇、じゃあ、あと2つ動画あるけど、ストーリーの方、進めていきますか。何これ。マンタドローンのメンテナンスマニュアル。マンタのドローンがあんの。すげえな。ちょっと待って、これ。サンゴのマップ、マッコウクジラの赤ちゃんの名前、ママは体重不足、ゴミこの潜水艇でなんか探したいんだけど、むしろ。これ動かしたいし。委任状の効力。自分の家族、未来、ナナ、レン。子供と、あれ、パパかな。ライブ配信ハンドブック。あ、これ、BGM 聴けるわ。やばい、これ、洋楽。ちょっとね、これ著作権かかっちゃうんで、ちょっとライブでは聴けないんだけど、別のチャンネルで BGM だけ出そうかな。オーシャンセンス、海を感じる。 ああ、はいはい。ここで今までチェックした魚が見えるよと。うん。前回の潜水、場所南シナ海、サンゴ潜水時の視認性、非常に良い水温22度。ほうほうほう。
Hello, Mirai. Thanks for checking in.
Hey, Andre.
Nice
Hey.
dive. How are you feeling?
A bit tired, but I can't wait to get back out. Can you believe we found the family on the first dive? And they have a new baby girl.
I know. Well done. Feeling settled in the sub. Has everything tested out?
チェック？音楽？
Fabulous. The overhead speakers sound great. Glad I brought my tunes.
This solo sub test makes me nervous. We're definitely fitting it out for 2 pilots next time.
志願するの？嫉妬してるの？志願。
Are you volunteering?
Well, not if you're choosing the playlist.
Snob. I think Arena was enjoying my tunes quite a bit on the trip out here.
No comment. So, I have something I know you'll want to see. It's what the live stream saw of A12 and her baby. I didn't think you expected her to deliver so soon, though.
I thought she had more time given her weight, but it was hard to know for sure. What's the about?
Just noting her low weight. Also wondering when you'll find the rest of her pod. Maybe they were diving.
I'll find them. Hey, I was thinking we should name the baby whale Andrea. She has your kind eyes.
アンドレ
And
ア。
my bald head. No, I'm putting her in
Okay,
the sim
then.
as A17.
Ah, you're so sentimental. Hey, where's Arena?
Probably in the head throwing up.
イリナと何があったの？
Seriously? No, seriously, what's she working on?
She's reading a brief about that deep sea mining impact study.
うん。
Okay, I definitely don't have time to get into that with you. I gotta call my sister.
No problem. Send Ren my best.
I will.
通信アンドレレン。レンにも
Hey, girl.
喋ってみた方がい
Aren't
い
you
のか
supposed to be 20,000 leagues under the sea?
最低
I
2万リニュ
am. I'm calling from the sub. That's crazy. Hey, did you show Nana my live stream tonight?
School's great, thanks for asking.
コンサートも楽しんだ。
Concert great too? Saw your friend's post.
Bish, girls gotta take a break sometime.
レンって何なんだろ
Check this
う？
out.
妹かな？
No way. Is that a baby whale?
Mm-hmm. And her very, very proud mother. She delivered early.
That's some view. You're really living the dream.
Thanks. Miss you though. How's Nana?
Okay, not a big deal, but I am taking Nana to get tested for a clinical trial. Some new dementia drug.
認知症つれえな。おばあちゃんの世話してくれて感謝してるわ。
Thank you for stepping up to help Nana.
It's not a big deal.
You would tell me if it was, right?
Yeah,
You sound down.
うん。
Is it just Nana?
I don't know. It's been hard since Dad died.
結構メンタルがね、病むって
You
言う
want
よ
to stay
ね。
on for a while? We can watch the baby whale
家族の世話。
together.
No, I should go. Say hi to the whales for me.
潜水準備よし。次の潜水？なんか主人公のこういう周りの話とかもちゃんとあるんだ。ただ泳ぐだけかなって思ったけど。全然違ったね。いるの？
Day 2. Back to the
Day
hotel
2
at sunset. The hydrophone
夕暮れ時
feeds
に
from
サンゴに
the
戻
sounds
る。
of
ハイドロフォンからクジラの鳴き声が聞こえてくる。歌詞を
Exciting
探して
as
こよう。
Andra's new manta drone. Kind of
アンドレの
Swiss
新しい
Army
マントドローンを
knife
試すのが楽しみ。
I'd love to spend
テルス
the
ドロー
time
ンの
hanging out
ス
with
イ
baby
ス
Andrea.
アーミーナイフみたいなもの。
Miles to swim before I
赤ちゃんのアンドレア
Ready
と
to dive.
ずっと一緒に潜っていたいけど、寝る前に何マイルも泳がないといけない。潜水準備完了。
I'm in and okay.
Looking good,
わ
Mirai.
あ、夕
The
日。
manta drone is ready for its first zoom scan.
Now I get to see why you talk about it so much.
Only the best science for you.
こっから夜になってくんだろうな。アンタドローン試してみよ
Buoy ahead. Bet we'll find some whale
う。クジラの歌
vocalization.
が聞こえるわ。
I'm not taking that bet. You always find whales. You'd find them in your bathtub.
What kind of bathroom do you think I have?
歌うザトウクジラ。この光が入ってくる感じね、綺麗だけどね。
This is a
光の
lot
カー
of
テン。
whales.
It's staggering the number migrating through this area.
Hey, don't jinx it.
歌うザトウクジラ。これ4日目とかになったらさ、
It's our sperm whale
海の
family
底行くで
again.
しょ。尾びれをズームスキャンする。あ。うん。行け、マンタ。君に決め
The
た。
Manta drone will match speed with the creature, so you can concentrate on steering it around to find the places you need to focus.
ん？カメラが生物を追跡。あ、こういうことね。ほんとだ、ほんとだ。RB でターゲットをスキャン。中押しでスキャン。なんかスキャンができない。もう一度やってみよう。識別のために尾びれをズームスキャンする。尾びれをズームスキャン。近っ。あ、なんかマーク出てる。あれか。
Alright, baby. We won't forget you now.
ズームスキャンの結果を閉じる。
Andre, can the zoom scan tell how old the baby is?
Not with any certainty. Why?
Just wondering if she's old enough to hunt by herself. I wondered. She still seems pretty young to go that deep.
Will she be okay alone while her mother dies?
She should follow the pod. Her aunties will babysit while the mother hunts.
Wish I had them when my daughter was born.
Takes a pod.
プランクトンいっぱい泳いでんだろうね。
Why is the baby girl so important to us?
次なんだ。
I'm hoping to follow the baby for years to learn
悪
from
天
her
か
as
た
she
ぎ。
learns from her family. And hopefully to watch her eventually become a mother herself.
まだね、見つけてない魚めっちゃあるけどね。ダイオウイカとかもいるんじゃん。でけえのいた。
Here we are. The whale
尾
we're
びれの模様
designating
ズームして。
humpback M1. Oh, some catchy.
歌を録音する。君の歌を録音しよう。で、次は尾びれ。
How will you know it's M1 when you see it again?
Each humpback's fluke is unique.
So M1 it is.
Andre's software is helping me understand the structure of their songs so we can try singing back.
ソフトウェアを使って歌を歌う。
I'll synthesize a song that mirrors one from another region to see how these whales react.
Because Andre doesn't like my singing.
It's more the songs you sing, actually.
動物の歌とかも録音でいけちゃうもんね、下手したら。クジラは尾びれで判別ができるらしいです。モンガラカワハギ、あ、これ見たな。いや、ほんと平和だな、このゲーム。ノーマンズスカイとはえらい違いだわ。海の底とかなんかある？何もない。君は何？ああ、エンゼルフィッシュね。無人島でサバイバルの動画とかさ、結構好きで見てたんだけど、なんか泳いでさ、魚とか取るじゃん。それを料理してさ、やっぱうまい魚とかまずい魚とかいるわけじゃん。いろんな種類の魚見るの面白いよね。
Approaching Humpback M2. Looks like
デ
he's
ート
on a
中の
date.
ザトウクジラ発
Can
見。
you tell?
It's like they're dancing to his song.
オスのザトウクジラをズームスキャンする。
What do you think, Andre? Do you think you can make it as a solo artist?
Not without more original material.
What?
Males from the same region sing nearly identical songs with just enough variation to stand out.
Yeah, just like most pop singers.
Such a snob.
Hmm. マジなんて喋ってんのかわからんな。言語じゃなくて音だもんね。鳴き声。そんな深い会話とかできなさそう。でもクジラの脳みそもさ、多分人間より小さいよな。こんなでかい体だけど。いや、癒されるこれ。ここまでが限界。
Let's hope the Whalapalooza continues. Wonder if they charge admission.
Don't worry. Whatever it is,
台
you can
湾
take it
糸
from
巻
my
き。
budget.
Someone's feeling better today.
うん。次の部位見てみようか。
Well, I guess it worked. We've got some nasty noise.
Same damn sound we heard
未知の
yesterday.
音。
Well, I'll check it out between the whales.
58メーター。また壊れた機械でも落ちてんのかな。このダイビングスーツ、酸素ボンベとかもなんもないけど、すごいね。
Looks like another area sensor.
Okay, Mariah.
人で。
Can you use the micro tanks to mark the starfish for collection?
Are you testing your collector drone?
It's not a
ジョテ
test.
君いました。
Irina needs us to collect a few for study.
They are incredibly resilient. They can regenerate themselves from just a subset of their body.
They're also invasive. Must have hitched a ride in the ballast of a ship.
Irina, how many of these do you need? I'm missing the whales.
Just a few.
人手を除去するためにタグをつける。どうやってタグをつける。あ、これフォトモード？雪？あ、これ雪なの？いや、これ海好きな人絶対やった方がいいと思うよ、これ。2000円ぐらいなんだよね、このゲーム。まあ、俺は PC ゲームパスでね、あったんでやってるんだけど。あと、エピックストアでも無料で配布されてたんで。あとはどれだろう。人手を除去。あとどっかにある。あったあった。
Okay, micro tags deployed.
Thanks, Mirai. That's plenty.
木人手。人手の、なんだろう、他の種類でも毒がいる、もう毒持ってる人手とかもいるもんな。このさ、太陽の光がさ、届く位置のこういう植物とか、この辺までね、なんかカラフルだけどね。わー、ここ怖え。めっちゃ怖いんだけど、この下。
Are you sure this is where you track that noise?
うわ、怖え。ブラックホールみたいな感じがする。
I don't know, Andre. That sound is loud, but it seems pretty deep. Can't see how it could be coming from a
深いとこ
ship.
ろから聞こ
Yeah,
え
I
る。
agree. It also keeps starting and stopping. I'll figure out another way to investigate it.
いや、ゲームでもなんか、不気味だな、やっぱ。潜水艇で行きたいわ。反動ビルか。
Andre, what was that other nasty noise? It was definitely digital.
電子
Power
音
alarm. You need to pick up a sensor for servicing.
It never occurred to you that a nice ringtone would be far less annoying?
電子音を落としすぎじゃない？海の底まで行くの？生体サンプル採取のためイルカをズームスキャンする。連休サンゴの生体サンプルを採取す
You
る。
weren't this excited about the dolphins before.
They're rubbing against the
ズームスキャンしよ
kind of a wellness visit.
う。優雅に泳いでんな。シャチとかもいないね、まだ。
I have colleagues that are studying the antimicrobial properties of these coral.
の脳みそサンゴ。めちゃめちゃ貫通してるけど。このサンゴ気持ち悪いよね、これ。闇だ。闇の海だ、ほんと。
Hey Andre, those reef sharks like your ringtone.
リーフシャーク。
Will I be able to get the data off that sensor while I'm picking it up?
No, it goes to sleep when the power is low to preserve the data.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Shame that wasn't on the live stream.
Have you seen one do that before?
Never!
Never.
I'm picking up a tag from the sperm whale pod, pushing the waypoint now.
On my way. Sorry, sharks. Mirai is off the menu.
未来はメニューに載ってません。でけえ。
The baby's back with the rest of the pod.
What's it doing?
Nuzzling. Probably calling for its mama. Calling for your mother.
子供のクジラの鳴き声かなんか聞いてみよう。アンドレアのズームスキャンする。妖精こいつだな。
Are you calling for your mother? You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I hear it!
冗談でしょ。何？
There they go. That was our shot. Can you send the sub to pick me up? I'm done for now.
クジラの歌をポップカルチャーに取り入れることでクジラを救うことにつながるムーブメントを起こせるかもしれないと思ったの。はあはあ、ロジャー・ペインアルバム、ザトウクジラの歌。2日目がこれで終わりですかね。新しい動画が来た。新しい技術により全く新しい方法で海洋生物を見たり聞いたり追跡したりできるようになったことを学びましょう。何これ？学びましょう。何分の動画なんだろう。1分52秒。オーシャンセンス。
It's a big ocean. You gotta be able to see what's worth spending your time on.
When I'm down there in a submarine and I'm seeing all these animals, it's always about which one of these is new, which one of these has not been seen before to science.
Why did these animals come here as opposed to there, and where are they going?
There are
really tangible things that we can do now to start answering some of these questions, but as the technology develops, we can become more and more and more and more sophisticated.
Technology is emerging on all fronts. We're using all this side scan sonar and hydrophones to map things out. We can use these sound underwater surveillance systems to actually track whales and see them move all around the ocean. There's a new field called environmental DNA, where you just look at the sloughed off cells that are in the water to know who is there.
剥がれ落ちた細胞から
The
成分。
whale shark was just here. Can we follow it? And you sniff the trail of the whale shark's DNA.
How am I going to understand a shark if I'm thinking like an old world primate? We're totally different.
うわ、
Took me
サメの
several
大群。
years to look at the eyes, to look at the hardware, to measure the light, and to build the camera, so we could get all these hints into how that shark might be seeing the world. It's like a detective story.
こういうことですね。海の歌、これ見たっけ？何か追加されたのかな？何も追加されてない？うさぎの人形あるんだけど。心を込めたケア。トイレとかもこんな風になってんだ。
Hey, it's Ren. Leave a message at the beep. Is there actually a beep?
Hey, Ren, why's your phone off? You said this was a good time to call. Ignore that. Someone was messing with my whales today. I was just hoping I could vent to you a little.
おばあちゃんどう？
Let me know if there's any update about Nana. Ooh, and we had a whale-a-palooza today. Anyway, give me a call when you can. The whales say hi back.
アンドレナとイリナ、喋ってみよう。
Hey, Mirai. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you feeling? Any better?
A bit. I might finally be getting my sea legs.
Next step, diving.
One step at a time, Mirai.
Okay, but I promise you, it'll change your life. Is Andre with you?
No, just me. Andre's analyzing some sound files.
人生変わるぐらい潜ったらすごいね。
I may have upset him.
You upset him? Or that noise upset him? Because it certainly upset me.
He was overreacting, and I pointed it out.
I was not overreacting.
Andre, I didn't realize you were on. What did you find?
This is video and audio from your last dive. And this is an analysis of the sound that spooked the family.
何の音だこれ？恐ろしい音。
And this sound is from the Canadian marine acoustic scientist. I think the findings are pretty clear.
音の性質は同じように聞こえる。名探偵アンドレ。
Andre the detective.
More like a prosecutor.
Andre, who is messing with my whales?
Deep sea miners.
Here? In the research zone? It's off limits to commercial activity.
And when has that ever mattered before?
We don't know that they're in the research zone. They may be just outside it. We knew they were doing an impact study nearby.
What are they after? That might give us a clue.
They're looking for rare minerals to make solar panels.
Could the sound cause trauma to the whales?
The acoustic specialist said it might push them to quieter hunting grounds, but was unlikely to cause acoustic trauma.
So what's the move?
We should use our mapping drone to investigate their activity.
And this is where our debate turns into an argument. We need that drone to map the deep sea vents before Mirai dives there. The biochemistry of these vents is the perfect cocktail for creating new life forms.
If there is illegal activity there, we have to stop it. Otherwise, there will be no life forms.
Why spend our short time here policing rather than researching? Let's be scientists.
Mirai, your dive, your call.
めちゃめちゃ怒ってんだけど。記録する、調査する。これ選べるの？ どっち行くか。熱水噴出口の位置を記録する最高線鉛を調査する。熱水噴出口。
Report the sound and map the vents. They better not mess with my whales again.
Hey, Mirai. Sorry I missed you. Misplaced my phone. Whale-a-palooza. Tell
What a
whomever
mita.
annoyed you I'm coming for them. Hey, nobody messes with our whales.
見てないわ。
Does your submarine have sonar? Maybe you can find the bad guys with that. No word on Nana's thing yet. Miss you.
よし、潜水準備よし。これで3日目かな。臨床試験の書類。なんか書類とかあるけど別に中を見れるわけじゃないんだね。もう5日目。
Open ocean, east of the atoll. I'm ready to play back a coda sound to
サンゴの東の概要、アンドレアの反応を見るため、コーダの音を再生する予定。群れが少なくなったのはとても心配。例の音に怯えて移動したのか、それとも何か他に理由があるのかわからない。希望は捨てない。潜水準備完了。2日目から一気に飛びました。
I'm in and okay. You know, I always feel like I'm swimming in place in the open ocean.
なんもないやん、ここ。
Think the explorer drones will flag me as biodiverse?
探査ドローン。
That's what everyone says.
すげえな。もう地上でも水中でも全部ドローンに任せればいいんじゃない？もう人間必要なくなるよ。
Approaching the buoy.
マンボウ。マンボウがおる。
That song sounds familiar.
ザトウクジラ。未知の生物。
Hey, a newcomer.
あ、シャチいる。
Now to get there before the noise from Andre's minor friends scares them all away.
You want to raise my blood pressure?
マンボウだね。うお。
I was not expecting to find orcas here.
シャチいた。
Top of the food chain, just like us. Minus the urge to destroy ourselves.
シャチをスキャンする。
Hello to you too.
シャチのサンドバルパッチをズームスキャン。ここ。
Has anyone been tracking them?
I'm still waiting to see if there's a match.
ええな。海の狩人って呼ばれてんだよね。水族館でさ、よく飛んでるじゃん。あ、これなんだっけ？なんだっけ、名前が思い浮かばん。赤シュモクザメ。この顔がね、特徴的だよね、こいつ。そんなに危険じゃない魚っていうのだけ覚えとる。星山と水んちっちゃ。ちっちゃすぎてわからん。あ、クラゲもおる。 そうそう、海といえばクラゲなんだよ。浜辺でめっちゃ打ち上がってるよね。この時期。毒あったりするからな。クラゲもさ、めっちゃ種類いるよね。イルカばっか。打ち上がってるクラゲは決して触らないでくださいって。猛毒持ってたりするからね。怖えよ、クラゲ。ウミガメ、オサガメ。カメをズームスキャンする。
Biosample acquired.
Do you think your turtles are making a comeback?
Well, I wish I could be optimistic. It's just as likely our turtle is taking the long route home to somewhere else.
カメとかなんか200キロぐらいありそうもさ。緑ガメ可愛いけどね。家でも飼えるやん、カメ。
Okay, group
ザトウ
survey.
クジラ来ました。
New or a repeat? So glad to hear you. Those noisy neighbors silenced enough of your friends.
うん、うるさいよ、声で。ああ、ここからなんかあれじゃない。水しぶきあげるんじゃない。すげえな。
New whale. We'll designate
新
this
しい
one
クジラ。
M4 because why mess with a good thing?
The sounds don't sound like the prior songs.
These are more social sounds.
なんかクジラの背中とか捕まらんの？間違って口の中とか入ったらやばいな。これなんか掴めたらいいのにね。
Feels like my birthday, and that buoy is my present. Hope it's better than my last birthday.
Dare I ask?
My sister got me jeans that were mine for about a week before they wandered off, never to be seen again. A mystery, I tell you.
Shut.
Did you not charge any of the
未知のサメ。
batteries before you put the sensor in?
It's not a battery alarm, it's the drone.
ついにサメがおるぞ。ホウジロザメだったら、やべえ。やべえけど、このゲームで食われるとは思えんな。安全だもんね。シャチかっこいいよね、これ。
Hello, I just met your friends.
ハロー。新しい友達。体重計測と録音のためズームスキャン。
Pretty low weight. Arena, do you think this one could be sick?
I'm honored you believe I could tell from this distance that my knowledge of disease extends to all species.
Fair
こ
enough.
んなスキャンしただけで体重とか分かっちゃうんだ。
Are we sure no one's tracking them?
Nothing has turned up.
おう、シャゲさん、いや今日はビヨンドブルー、ダイビングシミュレーターゲームです。実際の海。いや、このゲームすごいよ。いや、これ、フリップじゃないね。PC ゲーム。エピックスターで以前無料だったけど。ネイチャー TV とかわかる？そう、なんもね、怖くないこれ。ディスカバリーチャンネルであるような海のゲーム。ほんとそれ。
Dolphins, always showing off. Hey Andre, can you make your mantra
本物の映像が流れるから。
Guess we'll see.
魚のなんかそういうのとか。今こうやって魚をねこうやって見てんだけど、録音するためにイルカをズームスキャン。ちょっと試しでやってみてるわ。いやー、場所によってないと思うよ。
Let's log you in.
概要とかさ。海広すぎてもう怖くないこれ。神秘的だもんな。いやー、これクラゲとかも泳いとる。未知のサメ。
You're right. That is definitely not a dead
そう、そ
battery.
こが見えないの
Plus
怖
we're
い。
using whale sharks as batteries now.
引き込まれるぞ。ジンベエザメだ。未知のタグを記録するため、ズームスキャンする。
There's already a tag on it.
Then scan the tag.
Sure, like that was obvious.
どこら辺の海だろうな。なんか一応ね、ストーリーがね、あるんだよ。いや、どこら辺の海とか言ってなかったな。まあでも英語喋ってるから日本ではないよね。わからん、どっかで書いてあったかもしれない。ちょっと見てみるわ。
Much better than a dead battery.
よし。ちなみにマップが、これ広い。ここはわからんな。これ実際の映像だよ、これ。ナショナルジオグラフィックエクスプローラーである。これ見てみる？寝落ちにちょうどいいっしょ。Me too。すげえ、実際の映像。いや、綺麗だな、これ。ネイチャー TV です、これ。ネイチャーヤマ TV。
I've spent years at sea aboard ships and thousands of hours under the sea. I've seen things others have not. If others could see what I've witnessed, they would know how much the ocean has changed, and they would know why caring for the ocean matters.
ドキュメンタリーゲームやってたでこれ。おもろいよ。
The ocean is Earth's life support system, generating most of the oxygen in the atmosphere.
決して別のチャンネル映してるわけじゃないんで。ゲームの映像なんでこれ。
Living blue heart. Every creature has a story. Everyone, whether you're looking at a little crab or a starfish or a shark. If people stayed on the shore and never got underwater, how would we ever know that fish, that they have communities, they have
これちょっと
faces?
楽しいっしょ。
Their importance as fellow citizens, as cultures.
でもアサシンクリードもこういう映像なかったあれ。うわー、いいなこの映像。
In the solar system and elsewhere in space, but to have
すげえ評価。
ocean with frozen polar areas, it's taken 4.5 billion years to shape the world in a way that is favorable to
45億年だよ。
It's taken
地
us
球
about
が生まれ
4.5
て。
decades to significantly unravel
規模がもうおかしい。
systems. No ocean,
著作権大丈夫だよこれ。
no ocean, no us.
BGM とかじゃないから。これゲームの中の映像だから。あるよね。オーディオでこれストリーミングモードっていうのあったで。ほら、ストリーミングモードこれ。で、本物の洋楽が流せるんだけど、ちょっとね、ライブだと流すのはダメだで。2500、画面解像度も 2560p、1440で流せるで。結構いつも見とる 1980p よりは映像が綺麗なはず。そうそう、ありがたいよ。シャーク。いや、なんか実況でね、やろっかなってこれ迷ったんだけど、なんか短いからさ、まあライブでやっちゃおうって思って。PC だとこういうゲーム無料で配られるからな。なんかやってみたさあるやん、これ。いや、まだ危険なサメが出てきてないんだよ。シャチとコバンザメぐらいしかいなかった。ブリモドキ。なんか戦う要素ないんじゃないか？わからんけど。実際の魚だもんな、いるのも。サメに食われて死ぬのとかちょっと見てみたいけど。
Andre, the buoy is glitching. I don't know what range you've set, but I think I'm hearing all the animals in the Pacific.
そう、こうやって調査をして異常がある場所に泳いでくって感じ。
I don't know what kind of party I'm crashing, but pretty sure I'm gonna love it.
うわ、すげえ。
It's a bait ball.
大概。
Humpbacks?
大概大概。
Very unusual.
シャチの狩りだ。
Everyone's gotta eat.
Are you safe down here?
I'll try not to be mistaken for a fish.
これあるよね。餌食うシーン。何の群れだこれ。うわぁ。やべえわ。スキャンホライゾン味あるね、確かに。幻想的だよ。そっち。シャチが群れでさ、こう囲んで狩りするやん。シャチが一番頭いいっていうもんな。
Of course dolphins show up. Never like being left out of the action.
イルカもいっぱいある。
Good luck to them. They're up against bigger
ザ
stomachs.
トウクジラをスキャンする。シャチをスキャンする。あ、クジラおった。あれだな。君がザトウクジラか。あなた潜ったことないの？世界が変わるよとか言って、主人公いとったからね。こんな潜ったことある人の方が少ないよね。そこから行く。すげえ。おおやすみ。ありがとね。じゃあ次あの魚のとこ行ってみるか。なんか有名なシーンがいっぱい見える
You
な。
were right, Andre. I guess I didn't just swim across the Pacific for nothing.
マッコウクジラの家族。カメラタグを取り付けるためズームスキャンする。これでカメラを1個つけた。
Are there fewer than before in this pod? Or am I just getting faster at tagging?
No, definitely fewer. But maybe the others are hunting.
No, don't leave me. Well, the mother stayed with
GPS
baby
つけて
this
なんか
time.
追うとか言うもんね。
Okay, ready for playback? I've prepared a coder you can activate from your dive watch.
Andrea と交流する音楽を再生。
First attempt to speak whale.
クジラ語に初
Hopefully I
挑
won't
戦。
offend her.
Echo clicks. I could feel it across my body, just checking me out.
First contact.
She zoom scanned you.
You have no idea what that felt like. She was looking right at me. Whew, you have no idea.
クジラにとって音は全てだ。彼らの手みたいなものだ。クジラは地球上で最も大きな脳みそと最も強力な音波器官を持っている。あ、脳みそもでかいんだ。これ知らんかったな。あ、参考動画追加されました。さっきのシーンだね。さっきの狩りのシーンだよ。ちょっと参考動画見てみようか。珍しい同盟。
If people stayed on the shore and never got underwater, how would we ever know that fish like one another? When you see fish interact with other creatures, like the octopus and
カラフルなタコやな。
who go fishing together, they communicate in ways that we don't know what they're saying, but they know what they're saying.
このおばあちゃ
They've been
ん
on the
何
earth for
有名な
hundreds
人
of millions of years. They've had a long time to figure out these close relationships.
Sharks actually might prey on dolphins in a natural setting, but when they are presented with a bait ball, then they work together for this
すげえよな、この群れ。
fish.
小魚トルネード。
Very large bait balls spread over probably half the size of a football field. We had
サッカ
mobula,
ー場半分ほ
we
ど
had
の。
dolphins. The bait was shifting everywhere. Animals were coming in, moving out, just moving so quickly.
So we have some orcas around the bowl and also under. So
Bait
everybody
ball
works
を囲んで
together
る。
as a team, herding the fish. Males, female, everybody is doing this, and they will eventually share the stunned fish afterwards, which is pretty amazing to see. There is no competition, so everybody's working together.
ああ、
and
全員
everybody
協
is
力し
sharing
て
the
餌を
prey
取るわ
afterwards.
け。
It really takes a long time of being in there, watching the same species of fish to figure out these really interesting things that they're doing. So I think that there's probably a lot of really interesting behaviors out there that we haven't even discovered yet.
いやー、いい映像だわ。素晴らしい。じゃあメッセージ見てみよう。結構魚見つけたね。あ、これ何？泳いでる魚21匹スキャンしろってことなの？めちゃくちゃいるんだけど。まあ、トロコンは目指してないから、だな。蝶が来た刺繍。ドローンも泳いでる。わあ。この主人公の入れ墨かっこええんだけど。メッセージアンドレ。 場所、南シナ海。場所分かりました。
I'm afraid I have bad news. The drone we deployed to map the dormant vents, it's gone. We lost contact hours ago. Without it, Arena worries we'll have to cancel the dive to the vents altogether. I'll keep patrolling the pickup spot, but I'm not optimistic.
Hey, Mirai. I assume you've heard that Andrea lost the drone.
Yeah, bad break. Did we get any usable data from the drone before it went missing?
Not really. We lost the signal too soon. I suspect Andrea believes it would have survived if we'd sent it to investigate the miners instead.
It's crazy that we only have one mapping drone. If this were a space mission, we would probably have 100. You sound a little frustrated. Is that with Andrea or the drone situation?
Both.
辛いね。
Harsh. Andrea really does have good intentions.
I just wish he wasn't so cold with me. Just because I turned my prior research into a successful biotech business. Not every company is evil.
会社の経営は楽しかった。
Hey, that's right. I read about that. Was it fun being a corporate titan? Did you have your own jet?
No jet. But I did have a pretty indulgent company car.
Was that a yawn? Did you get any sleep?
Not really. Between the drone and staying up to chat with my daughter, I spent most of the night staring out of my cabin window at the moon.
My grandmother loved to take me free diving in the moonlight. It was magical. It's like the whole ocean glows.
Sounds like a fun grandmother.
She was. Is. She's alive, but suffers from dementia.
Sorry to hear that.
Thanks. Nana moved in with us after our mom died. I was 12, Ren was 4.
Are you and your sister close?
Definitely. Yeah, most of the time. I mean, it's complex right now. Where is your daughter?
She's at university in the UK.
What is she studying?
Pre-med. But she also has a passion for music. She has been playing in the same indie band for years.
What's her music like?
Hard to describe. I'm sure Sophie would love for you to check it out. I'll send you her latest single.
Ooh.
Isn't your sister also at university?
My sister, took a break for a few years. But she's back now.
There's a story there. Not my business.
辛い愛。
It's just hard sometimes for me not to want to take the wheel when I see her swerving.
Does she want your help?
あ、結構選択肢あるんだね。
I push her to do better, but honestly, I think that just pushes her away.
You sound like me talking about my daughter.
Yeah, complex. People are messy. That's why I study whales. Speaking of which, I better get prepped for our next dive.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Yes, of course.
なんか潜水だけじゃないね。ほんとこの人たちとの会話も楽しんでいけるんだ。
It must be late there.
That's okay. I'm on dive time.
I showed Nana the highlights from your live stream.
おばあちゃん喜んでくれるかな。声に気づいた？
Did she recognize my voice?
No. Maybe. She seemed to enjoy it though.
Are you doing okay with her?
Kind of. You do this better.
Did you want to talk about next semester?
When you get back. It's complex.
You know, I can look at coming back earlier.
That's crazy talk. Go speak to your whales.
Gonna try. Catch you later.
そういうことね。じゃあ次のセンス行こう。 7日目。
About to enter the twilight zone.
もうすぐ弱光層に入る。アンドレアの群れを追って、海山へ狩りをしているところを観察できるはず。イリナはサンプルを検査してくれてる。近くに有害藻類のブルームがあるかもしれないとのこと。注意しておかないと。カメを探そう。どこかにいるはず。潜水準備完了。
I'm in and okay.
夜の海だね。
Hello everyone, welcome, or welcome back. I'm diving near a seamount region, also known as the
ライブ映像でこうやって海を
because it is
す
just
げえ
beyond
な。
reach of the sun. And we'll be taking some questions live, so be nice.
We'll also be testing a playback system to interact with whales.
光金目鯛。ライブだからさ、こう、何があるかわかんないよね。急に襲われてとかもあるし。宇宙からのライブ映像もあるもんね。でもある程度安全だからライブってするのかな。
Want to hear something cool? So do I. I'm hoping that buoy can send a little message to our humpback friends.
That's right. Andre is going to serenade some humpbacks.
Well, not me, but using a song I generated from other recordings.
ザトウクジラの歌。未知の生物これ。センサーアラーム。なんかあるな。
Okay, time to see if any humpbacks respond to our song.
Jordan wants to know how you will know.
Great question. If we have recorded him before, we'll see if the influence of our song affected his.
Scientists believe whales from one region can influence the song of whales from another when they mix.
もうスキャンに慣れてきたよ。
Hey Andre, we've recorded a song from this one before, right?
We have.
How quickly can you compare his two songs?
Well, I need to wait for his song to complete at least one full cycle.
And how long is that?
20 minutes, maybe more.
Wow, that's a long, slow ballad. Another leatherback turtle, Andre. And feasting on some moon.
オサガメ。クラゲもいっぱいいるね。水クラゲ。
It looks bigger, but let me zoom scan it to be sure.
すごい数だな、水クラゲ。あ、クラゲこれ食べてんのこいつ。クラゲ食べるんや。クラゲの栄養ってあるんか。毒しかなさそう。水クラゲ。うん。あ、カメをズームね。
We can run the sample in the lab, but I am sure this is a different one.
Do they typically travel together? Wouldn't it be surprising to find two this far off course?
Yes, it would be.
And yet, here they are.
Welcome back, turtles. Enjoy your beautiful moon jellies.
Moon jellies are beautiful. There is a decent chance this jelly will regenerate itself.
Do tell.
In fact, a few species of jellyfish are technically immortal. They can revert from being full grown
クシクラゲ。わあ、こいつ毒持ってそう。
younger state and
ナマ
essentially
コみた
start
い。
their life cycle over.
Thank you, Arena, who will make us all immortal one day. Dana squid. It looks
ダイオウイカ。
Lanternfish.
いるね。
We'll make
ヒレビロイか。
see which yet.
I'm sorry, what?
Let's scan a few to pick up their hunting behavior. Here goes.
イカの姿揚げとかうまいよね。
Scott from Denver wants to know if they eat each other.
Some do. I think this one was upset he missed out on his prey.
この小魚取ってんだ。光金目鯛。このドローンぐらいだったら現実でもありそう。あの細長いのこれチンアナゴじゃん。違うか。あ、クモガニ。めちゃくちゃでかいカニいたな、これ。水族館で。オレンジラフィー。センサーアラームが2つあった。見てみようか。
Great. I've been waiting for this. I have just activated your UV light.
First of all, don't mess with my suit when I'm diving.
UV に切り替え
Secondly, you
て
spoiled my surprise.
ズームする。ツベルシャーク。
What am I looking for here?
Oh, one of our sperm whale tags must have fallen off.
Andre, you really need better glue for these.
I don't use glue.
I've tracked down the tag. It's in a cave. I wonder how it got in here.
What
the?
Right.
An octopus.
Are you okay?
Other than getting inked in front of a live global audience?
You know, you might want to get that off you. It will probably attract predators.
捕食植物とかもいんの？白色ライトを使ってってどうやってやるんだろう。人間の視界。ああ、そういうことね。あ、色変わる。
Swell sharks have developed
すげえ。
biofluorescence to communicate with each other. Their eyes have special adaptations for the UV light. Now you can see what a swell shark sees.
That's what I'm talking about.
そういうことか。
Next, you can try the black light I installed in your sub.
You did not.
ブラックライトを試
Install
す
it。in your dorm room, back in the day. Your wife showed me pictures.
Well, uni was a good time.
Mm-hmm. タコだな。
Okay, last boy of the dive. How are you feeling?
Chances of suit holding out until the end of the dive? Good. Hope of seeing if our humpback song had any effect, well...
You know this, but for the viewers, science is not magic, it takes patience.
I'd like to believe in a little magic.
マッコウクジラ。赤シュモクザメ。これを見たか。
Sperm whale, I think it's... Yes, it's hunting! First time we'll be able to document it with Andre's technology.
わあ、暗いね、この辺。ブリモドキ。何がある？ちっちゃいカメだ。オサガメ赤ちゃん。かわいい、これ。
Well, there's no way these little ones are thousands of miles off course. Right, Andre?
Give him a minute.
これは可愛すぎるやろ。
To get their gender. There's a tiny tag here. Andre?
うん。
Chen from Shanghai wants to know why you care about their gender.
なんで性別を知りたいの？確かに。
Warming beaches wiped out the turtles in this region.
Believe in a little magic now, Andre?
They just start, but let me check on that tag first.
ゲームの中でライブ配信しとるんやけど。上海在住チェンさんからの質問とかや。でもこういうチャンネルあってもおかしくないよね、ほんと。どこで配信してるかだよな、それは。マッコウクジラ。エコーロケーションのクリック音。
Come on, come on. And then the buzz. I got it.
I got it.
Raj from Mumbai wants to
ムン
know
バイ在住のラジカの娘。超音波って何？
Got it. But what is the buzz? How is it used?
We're not entirely sure, but definitely associated with being close to prey.
This is just the warm-up. The real fun will come in the deep.
群れだな。
Beautiful.
Yeah, they must have been hunting down past the rift.
I think we found our spot for our first deep dive.
Mirai, check out that
深
one
海潜
closest
水
to
スポット。
What's that on its skin?
Not sure I can catch them. They're headed to the surface. Might just be a scrape from a ship's
なんか
stern.
岩とかにぶつかって傷つくって言うもんね。クジラ。
Let's end it here.
あのクジラの映像あるだろう
I
な。
know it seems like Andre worries about everything,
アンドレア。
but I really understand where that comes from.
あの子供の
Everyone's
ク
seen
ジラだよ。
the pictures, but I can tell you it was really tough to be doing hands-on work when we were losing entire species. For me, it was the whales, but for Andre, it was the turtles. I stayed to help him. Several of the other scientists did as well. By then, only Andre's protected nests were the ones producing turtles in the region. We all figured that the population was going to collapse, and eventually it did. But seeing this large man spend day after day carrying tiny turtles from the nest to the water, it inspired us to stay. I mean, coming back now, it feels like another world. Andre is not an angry man, Arena. He's just a man who gets angry when he sees people say it's too hard, or that they don't care at all. Yeah.
Hi, Mirai. Sorry to miss the post-dive brief. I've been listening to our humpback recordings for hours and got myself in a kind of funk. Actually, I started listening to the humpbacks and then switched to Miles Davis. Anyway, I don't see any clear sign that our playback influenced any of the other whales yet, but I just know we're on the right track. I'm sorry to be in such a mood. Don't know what to make of those turtles or what's going on with our sperm whale family. Right. Catch you in a bit.
なんだこれ。南シナ海海宮山潜水時の視認性低い。ここを泳ぐの次。一番暗いとこ行くぞ。見えない真珠。わあ、歌とか聞いてみたいな。ちょっと配信外でこれ歌聞いてみよう。多分いい曲な、あるぞ。こんだけあります、曲。あ、映像あるね。クラゲの映像もすげえ、これ。クラゲがどのようにして自己再生し人間の老化を理解する手がかりを提供するのか探りましょう。行ってみようか。
Jellyfish have mechanisms of self-repair. They're constantly getting bitten by turtles and chunks getting taken away. 50% of the jellyfish population are wounded. So they've gone through 500 million years living, persisting in the ocean in simplicity, and they've come up with some remarkable ways of living.
クラゲの体再生するっていう。
jellyfish. and how they age,
不老不死のクラゲ。
aging in reverse, which we're just beginning to understand,
老化を逆
where
行
they
させ
get
る。
old and then degenerate
すごいな。
back into a youth again. In
クラゲの遺
understanding
伝
the
子
gene
恐るべ
pathways
き。
and how this happens, this could look at, humans. We don't have this capacity to age in reverse. It's like Benjamin Button, and it's here. And it just takes the kind of focus and dedication to look at that jellyfish and to grow that jellyfish and to figure out how to use the best available
い
scientific
つか人間
tools
の
to get at this
若返
fish.
りに役に
It's
立つんじゃ
just
ないクラ
about
ゲ。
kind of looking super deeply and letting the secrets unfold.
こういうことね。面白い。おバカな霊長類の目。魚が目がいいとは思えんから。
The energy from our star flies through the universe, through our atmosphere, and hits us at the ground. But now, when we go underwater, the ocean properties of water are like
青
pure
色フィル
blue
ターみたい
filter.
な。
So it's going to filter out all these other wavelengths except blue. As you go down further, it's primarily blue, blue, blue till
ブルーだよ
700
な、全
meters.
部。
And at that level, there's still faint photons of sunlight in the blue range, and we call this the twilight zone. And there, animals are still perceiving a tiny little bit of our sun's energy. Below this, it's got 24/7 darkness. And it turns out that there's a ton of color vision down in the deep, so it's like they're making enough light down there to be able to be satisfying all the eyes of the deep sea creatures. So it's not this totally dark world down there. It's still light. It's just the animals are making the light.
生
rather
き
than
物
the
たちが
sun.
光る。代わりに。
We've designed all this technology to kind of satisfy our visual hardware. As I started looking at other animals, they have totally different hardware. And I've been looking at everything through these silly little primate eyes. We have to overcome our humanness to jump behind the world of a shark or another creature and see the world from their perspective. We found a biofluorescent shark, and it only sees right at the blue-green interface. So it's really just tuned to a very similar
さっきのサメね、これ。
to the environment it lives
色
in.
が変わる。
This fluorescence was creating greater contrast for the shark. It's like this endless well of information.
すげえ
We're at
な。
the very tip of the iceberg.
地球上のさ、だって7割ぐらいはもう海っていうもんだよ。まだ未知なる生物とかも多分いると思うよ。こんだけ広いから。友の助けとともに。さっきの亀の話。
These animals travel thousands of kilometers, navigating open oceans that have no physical landmarks. They have that innate ability to find their way. They're only sharing our beach for a short point in time, but they need protection because man has brought an ancient species to near extinction. I got involved at a time when hostilities were very real. People came with guns and machetes to poach a turtle.
雨の密漁か。
At all costs. Because on the high tides, when the
なん
tide
で
comes
密
up,
漁
this
すんだ
area
ろ
will
う
be
ね。
flooded, right? So when the sea turtle lays her egg, the nest requires a constant temperature. And if we recognize that this nest is in a real bad
まあ
spot,
金のためだよ
choose a
な。
spot further inland on the beach that's stable, and then we would evaluate if the eggs were able to hatch because of us moving them. And in both cases, we're always right. So as the villagers began to benefit from the tourism that turtle conservation was creating, they saw that the turtle was worth more to them alive than dead. The children really love sea turtles. We educate them, but we involve them. And by so doing, we get them to a level of interest where they want to become actively involved. When we first started this conservation work, we would encounter at the height of the nesting season 30, 40 turtles. Now we encounter over 500. That's significant.
最初こんなちっちゃいもんね。
That's nature. Leave them. Why protect them? Remember, humans have to intervene sometimes to help nature keep existing.
ほとんどの小さい赤ちゃんの時にね食われちゃうからね、ああいう魚。生き残ったやつだけ成長してね。あと7個もあるの映像。めっちゃある。今日クリアまでできるかなとか思ったけど。よし、じゃあ潜水しますか。12日目。この5日間、アンドレの深海淡水服の耐震テストを何回もやった。私がライブ配信中に圧死することを恐れているのかも。ダイオウイカにも耐えられるといいんだけど。マッピングドローンはアンドレアの群れが狩りをしているエリアに巨大な塩水だまりを見つけた。でもその直後に行方不明になってしまった。死ぬ準備じゃなくて潜水準備完了。やべえな、ダイオウイカか。きつなこと言うやん。うわ、暗っ。え、深さ3733メートル。ついに深海編です。
Welcome back, ocean friends.
Welcome
Tonight,
back.
I am deep. Midnight
I'm
zone,
Yama.
no light from the surface deep. Tonight, we're
お
using
上。
Andre's lure
ちょうちんあんこ。
drone to mimic the
不気味な顔し
atoll
ろ、こいつ
to。lure large predators like the giant squid.
It's certainly not all my tech. I'm building on years of prior research.
こんなん見たら発狂だよな。
Oh yes, Arena will fill you in on that later.
裸イワシ。なんか BGM がね、あるからね、まだ恐怖とかはないけど、これがただの水中の音だけとかだったら結構怖いかもな。イヤホンで聞いとるわけやしさ。ちょうちんあんこだらけだな。うわ、暗いな、ここ。なんも見えんぞ。
Okay, Andre, how do I find the lure drone?
デメニギス。変な顔。ん？ルアーカメラを起動する。何ルアーカメラ？あれか。いや、海の底なんか出てきてもおかしくないよ。メガロドンとか出てきたら終わりだよ。
Andre, have you done this before?
I haven't, but others have.
How long until we can expect the
ライブ
lure
カメ
to
ラ。
attract a predator?
It's hard to say. It's a big ocean.
サキカムリクラゲをゾームスキャンする。
I have a feedback system set up to improve the lure as you scan them.
Of course you do.
あ、
For
これ
those
か。
watching, we will be scanning these atoll
うわ、すげえ。
jellyfish to make sure Andre's lure matches the real thing.
It does, but it can always be refined.
Not much confidence in humanity, but plenty in himself. Got the jellyfish scans, though Andre doesn't need them.
In truth, they should improve the lure. I would not waste your time.
Getting a few impolite comments on the screen pointing out that giant squid don't feed on Atolla jellyfish.
They're right. Actually, the Atolla puts on this light show when under attack, in order to lure creatures big enough to eat their attacker. Might have some useful human applications.
I think we need more Atolla scans to improve the lure.
すげえカラフルだよね、これ。
Whose idea was it to live stream this particular dive? I am glad I can't see the comments.
I would agree. My grandmother had a saying for times like this. I'm not going to try my grandmother's accent on a live stream, but loosely translated, it means If you get bored waiting for a giant squid, you can always go to a brine pool.
That's a pretty specific saying.
Zoom. こうか。村クラゲをズームスキャンする。ズームスキャン。ズームスキャン。こいつじゃないやろ。ライブカメラ。うん。
I noticed that these atollas were already making their blue alarm before you swam close.
Most likely a sign that they have detected predators in the region that threaten them.
Hmm. やばい、来た。大王機が来た。笑っとるやん。わーとか言って。ペットでも来たんかぐらいのノリで。
If you insist, you got what you wanted. This is my giant squid.
Is that another one of your grandmother's sayings?
No, but she often used this one. Hurry up.
すごいメンタルしてるよな。
What an expressive language.
It's no giant squid, but I promise you.
ほんと楽しくないとこんなとこ潜れないよね。なんだなんだ、なんか上通ってたぞ。なんかでかいの通ってたぞ、上。完全見るのが遅れた。ん？いないか？
At long last, welcome to the brine pool.
塩水だま
It's
り。
really a salt lake under the ocean, but it looks more like a witch's brew. I have been teasing Arena, but a brine pool is a diverse microenvironment within the ocean. It has its own ecosystem.
And each one is unique. So that means the microbiology is unique and could hold groundbreaking solutions to human problems. Each time I take new samples into a lab here on this ship, it's this magical discovery moment where I tingle all over. I fund my own research so I can pursue what I know to be important. And people ask me, how much money are you going to spend to collect some bacteria at the bottom of the ocean? If these bacteria hold the cure for a disease that relieves even just a small amount of human suffering, how do you put a
ヌ
price
タウ
on
ナ
that?
ギ。
That is some giant squid.
でっかいか？イカどこ？これかな、塩水だまり。微生物のサンプルを4分の3、あと1個。
Pushing your waypoint.
Sperm whales are back on the hunt.
Look for the drones. They will seek out the sound of the sperm whales and then idle nearby.
We hope that today, Andrea's tech will make it possible to document how a sperm whale hunts the giant squid.
いや、暗すぎてわかんねえわ。暗っ。なんか、こうやって目的地がさ、あるからわかるけど、本当だったら何もないもんね。方向感覚マジ狂うよ。これ。あ、V か。マッコウクジラ。
Let's go tag some sperm whales so we can eavesdrop on their hunting.
One of our viewers wants to know if there is a problem with the link, since the waypoints keep appearing and disappearing.
No problem. The drones are in stealth mode, so they will only track the whales by sound.
I better swim fast.
なんか泳いどるダイオウイカまだ見つけれんかったな。ダイオウイカ狩りすんの？ほう。あ、いたいた。ダイオウイカ。でっけえこいつ。めっちゃでけえ。レシーバーカメラを有効にする。おお。クジラ目線で見れるってことか。
What just happened?
I think the squid knocked the camera right off.
I had that camera feed in full screen on my visor, and for a second I thought it was lights out for me.
Sounds like a good time for the sub to pick you up. Live stream out.
すげえ、こんなとこ生身で泳ぐの。塩水だまりは海の下の湖のようなものです。未発見の生命体が信じられないほど豊富です。生命のための完璧なカクテルがあるのです。ああ。不思議な場所があるもんやな。塩水だまり。
Sound to whales is everything. It's their hands. These are animals with the biggest brain on Earth and the most powerful sonic apparatus. They spend a lot of their time deep down. They're diving for an hour at a time in darkness. Just like a submarine is echolocating, they're kind of... They ping a signal out, and then they wait for that signal to bounce off something and come back as the signal. And from that information, they could get an idea of what's there.
They constantly click, and that click sometimes can be really loud, and you can feel it in your body. It's like going to a DJ and feeling that bass. Once I had an experience with a click, my ears almost like bounced back. It's really an amazing feeling, you know.
You don't develop a huge, complicated brain if you're not using it. Whales have little channels of communicating where they could talk to each other hundreds of kilometers away using sound.
Sperm whales make clicks in sort of rhythmic patterns that we call codas. Any family might have 20 to 25 different coda patterns that they use when they're having conversations with each other. And some of them are unique to different places in the world. In the Eastern Caribbean, they make a lot of what we call a 1+1+3. That sounds kind of like this. And that's only ever been recorded in the Caribbean, and it's been identical for the last 35 years.
ラーメン屋かな?
These are really different ways of life that are being labeled by these coda patterns. In the same way that human language is kind of a shorthand for where you come from. You can make a lot of missteps when traveling simply by speaking incorrectly or introducing yourself differently. Do you hug? Do you shake hands? Do you bow? And a growing concern has to do with the noise that we're putting into the ocean. Everything we do impacts everything they're doing. The sound is causing high levels of stress in animals like this. No one wants to live at a rock concert. You can imagine trying to have your home inside an arena while some metal band is playing. And that's increasingly what the ocean feels like.
そういうことね。クジラからしたら騒音だわな、海だ。船とかは。なんかクジラにスポットを向けたゲームだね、これ。あ、だいぶ見た、魚。
It's Irina. Since there's no dive today, I'm going to lose myself in the wet lab to work on those samples you sent up from the brine pool. Hey, have you listened to my daughter's track? Interesting, right?
参考動画が追加された。イリナの人間の病気の治療法。
Mirai, remember the tag we found on the turtles? I put it out on the network and I got the strangest message back. I'm gonna take a tender to a small island nearby and check it out. I'll explain everything later. Still no mapping drone, by the way.
Hey, it's me. Nana didn't qualify for the study. Doctor says we missed the window. Whatever that means. Hard to tell what she remembers now. It's tough. Not sure my head's 100% there with school. Honestly, seems like a waste of money. Anyway, see you.
次の先生。イリナの生命の起源に関する研究を前進させるため、深海の熱水噴出口エリアの鉱物を調査します。13日目。ドローンが行方不明になったから熱水噴出口エリアを地図なしで探索するために目隠しで潜水することになるけど、熱水噴出口はイリナにとって大事なもの。ここから例のクジラの群れのタグを検知した。普段はクジラが寄りつかない場所だからタグが外れただけだと思う。アンドレアが潜水服を安全モードにしたから潜水範囲はかなり制限されている。潜水艇の回収地点は南にある開けたエリア。了解。潜水準備完了。多分これが最後の潜水になるんじゃないか。
Remember, no buoys and no waypoints. I put a simple version of the mapping system on your Manta drone. Now we won't get your feed live.
パリ金メダル。
We'll hear you, but won't see what you see.
I really wish we hadn't lost that mapping drone.
Relax. You know I've got this.
Of course.
不気味だな。
Necessary chatter to a minimum to help you focus.
Roger that. No chit chat. Singing's okay though, right? Irina, how will I know the difference again between a dormant vent and a live vent?
The live vents would have
温電ザメ。あ、いるな、こういうの。深海に。
Check.
なんか見たことあるわ。
Sorry, I thought my mic was muted. This is a dormant field. No live vents.
深海4000メートル。やべえ場所。休眠中の噴出口、いや、自力で探さんとかんぞ。あ、これか。二つ目。光金メダルどこにでもいるやん。めちゃくちゃ見つけるな。ん？
Neither of you are gonna believe this. I think I found the mapping drone.
Really?
No way.
Can you scan it to make sure?
Scan confirms. If the drone could make it all the way here, why would it die while it was mapping?
I really wish I knew. Maybe at some point we can borrow equipment to do a proper salvage operation and find out.
Okay, this dive just keeps getting stranger. How hot did you say that water typically is in a live vent?
Is that a joke?
No joke.
なんだこれ。上通ったら死ぬ。死なない。
This is great. I truly believe that these systems are the key to understanding the origins of life. Thank you so much for doing the dive under these conditions.
Actually, that might be the
マイク急に声でかくなるよ。
We were talking about the origins.
熱水で死んだってことね。
My mind won't stop if it can't fit all the pieces together. The mapping drone may have cruised too close to the vent. It's got more delicate equipment on its underside that are not rated for anything close to that temperature.
You sound almost pleased.
Well, it's better to know the flaws so you can fix them.
ん？やば。なにこいつ。寒天だこ。
I think I just discovered a new species of octopus.
Not sure I can confirm that with just one scan.
Sorry, didn't copy that.
いや、これ主人公ほぼ無敵だからまだいいね。うわ、火山がある。やばいね、これ。溶岩。近づいてみようか。お試し。死ぬか。死にません。死にません。無敵です。サブノーティカだったら即死やろな。
Are you kidding me?
Describe, please.
I can't. I mean, I don't want to.
Mirai, you're making me uneasy.
Seriously, we'll look at it
ドリル
together
ビ
when
ット。
I'm done with the dive.
パイプをスキャンする。蓄積物パイプ。光金目鯛。尾びれをズームスキャンする。 海中って言ってももう何百度ってあるだろうね。何百度どころじゃないか。なんだこいつ。すごい数。
Just getting a few less scans.
マッコウクジラか。
And saying goodbye to a friend. Can you send the sub?
体がでかいからずっと食われずに残ってんだな。科学は常に産業化に遅れを取ってしまっている。私としては科学が産業化の先を行き、科学が産業化の限界を定義してほしい。マッコウクジラを育てる。
Brine pools are amazing habitat. It's a lake on the bottom of the ocean, and it's this surreal seascape. Chemically, each one of them is unique.
These brines undoubtedly contain bacteria, archaea, and viruses that are unknown to science. We know that they're incredibly rich in undescribed life forms. They have the perfect cocktail, the perfect recipe for life. These sites aren't just salty, they can be violent, characterized by eruptions and incredibly unstable conditions. So to live in them, you have to not only be hardy, but you have to be able to endure constantly changing conditions because not one day is the same.
面白いね、ここ。
The organisms that live there, they undergo a constant biological warfare with each
細菌
other
戦を
to
常に
dominate
行
the
っている。
environment to survive in the system. The biochemicals that they produce to do that biological warfare are applicable to
が
cure
んやアル
diseases
ツ
like
ハイマー
cancer
病
or
の治療
Alzheimer's.
に
They
適
produce
応できる。
antibiotics and antivirals that can also be used to improve human health. And we drop targets as we go, so we know exactly where we sample. Exploring these habitats is absolutely necessary because the metabolic potential there has the capacity to change the way we think about medicine, to change the way we think about antibiotics, based on our knowledge that we gain from studying these incredible environments in the deep sea.
医療にも役立てるんだ。面白いな。塩水だまりが一番重要じゃん、海の中で。
Imagine if I was sent in to go study the Mona Lisa, and I come in with a pair of snippers, and I'm like, I'm gonna need to cut this baby up a little bit to see what kind of chemical composition is going on there. Like, you wouldn't do that, right?
まあそうだな。
We don't have to kill these animals. We don't have to kill to understand. If we could do a single cell, that means we don't need to kill 20,000 animals to be able to really understand that one. We could do our work much more non-invasively.
So we are working this year on a new project to deploy tags on orcas. We need to learn more about the diet and how they use the habitat. So by deploying those tags, we get the information we need. It is the least invasive method. It is suction cups. So it is not a scratch on the whale afterwards, which is something we really like.
In the deep sea, we use these like robotic claws from the oil and gas industry that gets you the sample, but this is so archaic. So we've been designing something called squishy robot fingers, which are ways to be gentle when we study the deep sea. But I think we could even take this another level. There's some organism, we quickly encase it. It's like a medical checkup. We give it a swab to get its genome. We image it from all directions. We open it up, the animal goes away, and we have more information than we've ever had.
殺さないようにキャッチするんだ
These
ね。
animals are Mona
わあ、この
Lisas.
サンゴす
Our
ごい。
perception of them should change. We should be more delicate.
いや、なんか知らないことだらけだからおもろいな。普通に。なんか勉強になるんだけど。あ、勉
Hydrothermal
強
vents
し、
are located on the seabed, often in deep water, but sometimes in shallower water. And they form in areas where new oceanic crust is being formed. You can have 400-degree water here and 2-degree water over here. It's an
400度にも
accelerometer
達す
for
る。
chemistry, and you can form organic compounds in the absence of biology. Everybody's interested in vents because of the metals, including humans. But the metals are sort of the nuclei for life. When you think about what's required for life, you've got to have an energy source, you've got to have a system that's able to utilize that energy source, and the organisms sort of co-evolve with the rock. And in my mind, that's probably how life originated. There are reservoirs of precious metals in the deep sea, and we do have societal needs for precious
深海にも
metals.
金
It's
属がある
very
と。
short-sighted and dangerous
まああるわな、そりゃ。
to exploit resources in ecosystems that we don't truly understand how those ecosystems function.
Deep sea mining is when people go out and extract minerals from the seafloor. People do this because a lot of the minerals that we have on land are actually being depleted, like copper and zinc, so we're looking to the ocean to get
ああ、
those
海底から
minerals.
取るって
We want these minerals for solar panels primarily, and we want them for cell phone boards. It's necessary to advance society and get us off fossil fuels. We simply have no idea about the environmental consequences of a lot of these actions that we're taking in the deep sea. We have tended to go for the quick benefit and we'll deal with the consequences later. Well, I think that has caught up with us.
We don't know enough right now to effectively, selectively mine the deep sea without catastrophic consequences.
The science has always lagged behind the industrialization. I would like for once to see the science ahead of the industrialization and have the science define the limits of the industrialization.
科学が産業化を超える。次で多分ラストだね。この3つだから。一気にクリアまで。
We watched the video log from your dive. I'm truly heartsick.
I'm furious. Where should we start?
採掘ホワイトホール。ホワイトホール
The destroyed vent. I couldn't believe how badly the seabed was chewed up.
Vents that might have had a fossil record dating back over a billion years.
確かにドリルで掘ってん
Microbial
だ。
life that doesn't exist anywhere else on the planet. Who knows what cures we've lost?
Your drone's a fallen hero, Andre. I think it spooked the miners before they did more damage.
Because they happen to be mining where we send the drone to map. Anywhere else, and they might still be active.
Who gets the satisfaction of turning them in?
We were debating that before you came on.
無断でやってたってことね。
We should jointly report. It'll be stronger.
Agreed.
Agreed. Now tell us about the whale fall. Could you ID the whale?
通
The
報
whale
する。
fall was definitely from the baby's family. The tail fluke was intact enough to scan it.
But you're sure it wasn't the mother?
It wasn't the mother. The ID matched another whale we know from her family.
新たな脅威とかもいるのクジラの敵。
But it was an older whale, so more vulnerable.
Do you think there's any connection to the miners?
They did plenty of damage, but I don't think the whale fall is on them.
I can pull out anything from the scan log that might be worth investigating.
Already have. Can you turn these into dive objectives?
Right. Catch you in a bit.
うん。さあ、次の潜水。これでわかるぞ。
Day 14.
14日目。月明かりを利用して環境で潜水し、アンドレアの家族やできるだけ多くの大型生物の生態サンプルを手に入れる。明るい話題としてはアンドレアの寄り道は大成功だった。亀の個体数を回復させている素敵な若者たちに出会ったらしい。早めに切り上げて家に帰るとするなら潜水の時間はあまり残っていない。潜水準備完了。やっぱラストだね、これ。最後の潜水。月明かりの下でダイビング。
When was the last tracking data for the baby or its mother?
Days ago. But they could be with the pod right now and just not making any noise.
最後はいいな、なんか夜景で。さっきは深海ターンだったけど、今は浅瀬だね。
There you go, first waypoint. They'll load automatically from here on in. I have the Explorer drones patrolling to get as many eyes and ears looking for the pod as possible.
Do I need the buoys?
No, we'll use the hydrophones on the drones. They don't have the range or fidelity of the buoys, but we need speed.
Thanks.
Mariah, you know that no chatter rule was just for the vent area, right?
I'm sorry?
I think he's pointing out that you seem distracted.
Sorry. I'm back. Talk to me about something positive, Andre. Were you able to make contact with the teenagers you were telling me about?
They've been helping the leatherback turtle population rebound here in the region. They've developed a nest cooling technology to help the baby turtles. They've also built their own tracking drones.
Teens with tech. Sounds like you've inspired some citizen scientists, Andre.
だいたい見たな。最後クジラと触れ合う感じ。生体サンプルをスキャンする。マッコウクジラの。取れる。夜の海でも怖いわ。ゲームだから全然あれだけど、実際には入りたくねえな。でも神秘的でいいよね。悪天肩着。トリカラーパロットフィッシュ。ほうほうほう。 まだ見てなかったか。さざ波フグ。あ、シャチ。金目鯛が一番多かったな。この海は。ジンベエザメの生態サンプル。
I have the lab ready to start work on the samples when you're done with your dive.
How quickly will you get results?
We can do initial screens quickly to narrow things down.
Have you decided whether or not you want another dive back at the brine pool?
With everything going on, I really hadn't had the chance to look at the schedule, but I would always say yes to that.
Right.
なんか翻訳がおかしいぞ。翻訳ができてない一部。オオジロザメ結局出てこんかったね、ここまで。
I don't remember having dolphins in the dive objectives.
I added them because of their role in the disease that hit the dolphin population a few years back.
Done. Andre, have you picked up any tags from our pod?
No, not yet. I'm going to widen the radius for the Explorer drones.
あとあいつか。なんかサブノーティカやりたくなってくるな、これ。
I'm near the waypoint and can hear a humpback singing, but I don't see it. I think I'm losing it. It's gotta be close. I feel like it's singing right in my ear.
Try a scan visor.
That's totally weird. I see a scan dot, but nothing's there. I think the humpback is invisible.
Sorry, I'm afraid I'm the invisible whale.
I'm definitely losing it. I thought you just said you're an invisible whale.
Well, not me. The humpback song I generated. You're at a playback station. It's pretty small on the buoy line, but in the dark you probably can't see the line.
Well, it must be pretty authentic. At least enough to convince your drone. Mirai, have you heard back from
イルカ人間を助けるだとかも言うもんね。これ。
Right? Are you there?
I'm not sure.
Pardon?
I meant about Ren. I don't know. We had a fight right before.
危険だらけじゃないよ。
Do you want to
海
call
は。
her now? I can patch you through.
Seriously? Here?
Well, I have to watch your video feed for safety, but I can mute your audio track for privacy.
Wow, I've never talked to her while I was diving.
潜ってる時にレンと
No,
話したことない。
I'll wait for the sub.
潜りながら通話できちゃうのやばいよな。
you're on. The drone on the outer patrol just picked up several sperm whales on visual.
Thanks.
No sound alerts at all. They're being awfully quiet.
I think I found the pod. Yes, that is them. I don't see the baby, but it's a little dark.
Why are they moving?
They're sleeping.
I had no idea.
すげえ。こうやって寝てんだね。
I don't think they can hear us through your visor.
I think she is the one that is needing some
変わった寝方だな。
Catch you at the sub. Mariah out.
今みたいなんだけど、これほんと。不思議な寝方をする。目開いてんだよね。あ、これ見たか。さあ、最後のスキャンを。起きた。ママは海のお医者さん。海は病気だからママがそれを治そうとしているの。マンディ・ジョイ博士の娘。海のドクター。今喋ってたことだ。
I study things that are beyond their wildest imaginations, and that I see things that are brand new to science and to people and to humanity every day.
I'm at home in these kinds of environments. It's funny, I'm more comfortable here than I probably am on the outside.
It wasn't just that I was meant to be out on ships. I was supposed to be in the bottom. I was supposed to be in the deep water. I was supposed to be doing those things that nobody had ever done before. It completes who I am. Being a deep sea scientist, it does require sacrifice. I mean, we're away from our families for weeks on end, sometimes months on end. It's a constant struggle because you miss parts of your kid's life. My oldest daughter was about to turn 3. When the oldest one happened in 22, I was at sea a lot. So between 27 months and 36 months, I was gone probably more than I was there. When I came home after a 5-week stint,
海上自衛隊ばりの
she had transitioned from a toddler to a little girl, and the little girl was gone, and there was this other person there, and you don't ever get that back.
そうだよ。家族との時間をね。
It was a decision. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna miss transformations. I'm gonna miss really important things. Is it worth it? I had talked to her class about the ocean, and one of her friends said something to her, and she responded, you know, my mommy, she's the ocean doctor. The ocean is sick, and she's trying to make it better. She couldn't even say it, but she's like, it's really important. But she understands that it's an important job. Every time before I leave, I say, my most important job on this planet is being your mother. But this is part of me too.
家族の成長見れなくてもやっぱり海が好きだから。そんだけの信念がないとできんよな。
Mirai, I think I have a location for the mother and baby. They were spotted just outside the research zone by those teenagers I was telling you about. Now, I don't have much data, but the report doesn't sound positive. I'll let Irina know as well.
あとは、イリナからのメッセージ、これ見たっけ？
Hello, Mirai. It's me. I don't see a sample from either the baby or the mother. Andre said you were going back out to look for them. I know you are still deciding, but I told him you're thinking about leaving the expedition early. As soon as I have results, I'll let you know.
Hello? Were you asleep? It's the middle of the day.
Why does that matter?
Did the doctor say anything other than Nana missed the window?
Not really.
Did you ask him the questions I said?
Didn't seem to be any point. Listen, I'm exhausted. I'll catch you later, okay?
Bren, please don't hang up. Bren?
なんかだんだん疎遠になってきたよ。仲悪くなっちゃった。潜水準備よし。あ、この調査旅行の最後の潜水。あ、これで最後ね。そういうことね。約3時間分ぐらい。一気にやったな。いきますか。同じ夜、最後の潜水、アンドレアとママクジラが目撃された海岸エリア付近。潜水服は何度もチェックした。ブルームが完全に調査してない時に備えて露出がないようにしないと。神経毒を吸い込んでしまったら泳ぐのは厳しくなる。さて潜るか。神経毒。
I'm in.
Mirai, are you sure you want to do this dive?
I'm okay.
And you're sure you want to record in our streaming format?
Yes.
Ready? Recording now.
Tonight we're recording from the open ocean in the Western Pacific. For those of you who are returning, we're trying to get an updated status on the mother and baby sperm whale that we've been following on our stream. We're recording tonight's stream because we have reports that the mother whale is distressed. And we don't want to surprise viewers if
マッコウクジラの赤ちゃんを見つける。最後。
We suspected that the whales may have been exposed to a toxin or pathogen and are currently investigating. Samples from several females in the pod tested positive for a toxin that we believe resulted from exposure to a harmful algal bloom near the coastal area just outside our research zone.
一匹だけはぐれて泳いでんのか。
As I approach the whales, I'm gonna turn off my mic, but keep on my video feed.
え？あ、母親が亡くなったんか。弱ってんの？悲しんでる。それではぐれちゃったってこと。
The whales that we tested showed low level of this toxin, so we do not believe they
毒素
suffer
ね。
from long-term effects. However, we expect that the mother whale was exposed to a higher level and was also more vulnerable because of her pregnancy.
ああ、妊娠で弱ってたと。まあ、そういうこともあるわな。タチが食べに来たか。
Those orcas sure look like they're threatening the baby whale.
驚かしに来た。母親の生体サンプル取って死亡の原因を探る。多分毒だろうけど。あ、群れが来たね。
Stay close to your aunties. They know the way.
うん。おばさんについてった。
As far as we know, those were the only 2 whales affected by the bloom. With all of Andre's technology genius, he still hasn't invented a way to be in 2 places at the same time. Before my flight home landed, Irina and Andre had already confirmed the location of the harmful bloom. I stayed close to home with Nana until she passed the next year.
次の年に亡くなるまで。
Red moved in with me to save money while she finished school, which was great.
はいはい。
It was Ren's idea to keep the live stream going remotely using one of Andre's drones. But it was my fabulous idea to have Ren join the stream to choose the questions from the audience. She is definitely a hit.
大ヒット。2年後、西太平洋。研究もいいけど家族との時間大事だからね。あの赤ちゃん大きくなったわ。
I think she likes it. She still buzzes me when I play my coda sounds, so that is still a mystery. But I swear, we understand each other completely.
Hmm? フリースイムモードをアンロックしました。こういうことね。エンディングの歌もいいな。あ、めっちゃいいこれ。テイラー・スウィフト味があるぞ。やべえ、なんか普通に感動したんだけど、なんかクジラの赤ちゃんのあと生態系を見る映像だったりめっちゃ良かったね。ネイチャー TV でした。主人公のさ、なんだろう、会話シーンとかもあるから、なんか感情移入できてよかったね。仲間とのさ、このやりとりとかも。で、おばあちゃんが、なんだろう、知恵遅れじゃない、病気で。で、妹と話してて最後ね、 見とることができてよかったね。歌がめっちゃおしゃれ。なんかたまにはこういうゲームもいいな。子供は群れで育ってるものってね。未来外博士。ビヨンドブルー。ん？また潜水艇からスタート。エンディングの歌良すぎだろ、あれ。イリナからのメッセージ。ああ、これあれか。最後の潜水前で終わりってことね。これもう見たもんね。うん。で、レンともう一人がおばあちゃんってことか。この3人を見たら。ああ、クジラのこの写真貼ってあるわ。あのシーン、クラゲのシーンとか。ああ、これあれね、証拠の写真だ。通報するって言ってた。うわあ、めっちゃいい話だった、このゲーム。出されたな。よし、じゃあ最後の映像を見てきますか。ラスト2つ。過ぎたる場及ばざるがごとし。Too big to fall.
We're burdened from a time when we thought the ocean was too big to fail.
You can't take anything for granted. Even though the ocean is so big, it is sensitive.
The oceans are the kidneys of the earth. They recycle material and filter it out. Most people don't know that. They're not aware. They see the ocean as a sewer that they can dump anything into and it's out of sight, out of mind.
水道だと思われている。
Nothing is out of sight, out of mind on this planet. Everything is connected.
We're absolutely in this mix of biogeochemistry, and our role so far has been consumptive and destructive. If we are to continue to have a planet that works, we have to heal the harm we've caused.
What's the worst case scenario if we deny that the climate is changing, but actually it is, and we do nothing? Then billions of people's lives will be directly affected just by sea level rise alone, let alone the other effects of climate change. So it's not about who's right, it's about the consequences of being wrong in the decision that we make right now.
Educating everybody from school children, fishermen, tourists, if we can manage to do that, we have a very good future and we can gain a lot from the ocean.
If we could establish the foundation for interspecies communication, we can make first contact. And that's where I hope the future goes. Because what we really want is curious, conscientious, and a self-correcting population.
誠実な人間が必要。
Changing can affect all the people around you. To walk instead of drive, to buy a hybrid,
そのガム
to
も
ride
海
a
にせんな
bicycle,
よ。
to not use single-use plastic.
プラスチ
Imagine
ック
if
問題だ。
everybody did that. The effect would be tremendous.
We do have the power of choice about what we eat, what we wear, how we travel, all the things that we do in an everyday way, times 7 billion.
全部紙にしんとダメだよね。
We must protect the ocean, as if our lives depend on it, because they do.
黒とか、ああいうルアーとかさ、魚とか全部食べちゃうもんな。ビヨンドブルーゲームカム。オーシャン X を紹介。ビヨンドブルーの物語にインスピレーションを与えたオーシャン X とそのミッションをご紹介。ちょっと最初のこの映像見てないんだよね、まだ。これ見ていこう。せっかくやし。
My family used to go to the beach every summer. For me, that was my favorite thing to do all year long. Hearing the seagulls, the sound of the ocean pounding on the beach. For me, that was just grounding and relaxing and fascinating all at the same time.
ああ、この人の話でもあったんだね。あの映像。今まで何があったっていうの。
That thrill of just having that ocean energy push me along. You could just ride all day. There was no lift tickets, there was no fees to get into the ocean.
入場料もない。そう、海には。
When I describe to people what it's like to dive on a coral reef, they're like, oh, I never thought about that. They've never had a shark swim right beside them. Look them in the eye and give them a little fright for a second before they realize that the shark just wonders what I'm doing, just like I wonder what the shark is doing.
I started free diving. So when I think of diving, I really think of free diving. Like this is what whales do, right? Take a big breath of air and they hold that oxygen inside their body. This ability to free dive down to where the scuba divers were, swim around and come back up was just so free. Nothing on, no equipment. I just love that. It made me feel like a fish.
When I did my first submersible dive, I realized it wasn't just that I was meant to be out on ships. I was supposed to be in the bottom. I don't think anyone has ever measured endorphins in submarines, but I can tell you they're probably through the roof.
The first time I was in a submarine, I saw that life down there and 50 new questions popped into my brain that wouldn't have come up because it was this immersive experience and I just felt it.
When you're in a submarine and you're looking at these magical environments, you're overwhelmed by this sense of wonder. You're humbled by this feeling of there's so much I don't know about the world. And you're stimulated to figure out how this all works together.
I'm a marine biologist. I'm someone who studies the ocean from as many angles as I can.
When my kids ask me what I do for a living, I tell them that I'm an explorer. I'm an aquanaut. I dive down to the bottom of the ocean and I see things that people have never seen before. How lucky am I to be able to share this amazing habitat with the rest of the world?
探検家の話だよね、もう。すげえな。全然未知なる世界。
SO my dear, hatch secure, life support running, and we are ready for the water.
Oh, yes, yes. Look at the length of that thing. He is wider than the sun. Is long.
No one has dived to 1,000 meters in Antarctica.
ちょっと音でかい。
1,000 meters on bottom, over.
As a scientist, I can tell you we discover something new every time we go out. That's been my drive, to discover things, to uncover mysteries that we can then solve.
We're on a new frontier of ocean exploration that will bring out the explorer in all of us. We're partnering with the Ocean X initiative to build a mind-blowing platform for exploration. A research vessel that's a one-of-a-kind ocean conservation and media platform to explore the world's oceans in ways that were never before possible. To create one big wave for the oceans.
I think it's really exciting. There's still
マジ映画の予告やん。
we know nothing about.
We need to make people understand what we do in the next 10 years is going to determine what the ocean looks like in 200 years' time.
Audiences glued to Blue Planet 2 have been starkly reminded of the problems of plastics pollution.
50 years ago, Jacques Cousteau and the Calypso managed to capture our imagination. Somehow we lost that moment. We have to get back that personal connection to the sea.
The greatest era of exploration still ahead of us. Exploring the ocean can help provide a piece to the big puzzle.
Ocean X。よし、これで全部見たかな。いやー、面白かった、普通に。おもろかったな。やっぱ知らないことを知れるっていうのいいね。で、実際にさ、ある話じゃん。この魚とか。ゲームだけの話じゃないから面白かった、普通に。実際の映像もあるし。なんかネイチャー TV とかそういうの見てみたくなったね。サブノーティカもやりたくなったし。じゃあ今回のね、ライブでね、すべて多分見せることができたんで。またアーカイブとね、ライブ見てくれた方、ちょっと長いですけど、ありがとうございました、ここまで。では、ご視聴ありがとうございました。ビヨンドブルー、これにて終わります。では、お疲れ様です。また別の動画やライブで会いましょう。ではでは。